This is the night that Jesus is getting turned in by Judas, and he's being betrayed. In 38, he was saying, "My soul is very sorrow, even to death. Remain here and watch with me." He was basically telling to the disciples to keep an eye out while he goes and prays. And then in 39, it says, "And going a little further, he fell on his face and prayed, saying, 'My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will.'" And the key point there for me is that even Jesus was praying, "Father, your will, let your will be done, pretty much, not mine." And I think that's just beautiful. Even Jesus was praying, "Father, your will be done. Have it your way." And then in 26:41, it's watch and pray that you may not enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. This is whenever he was coming out of prayer, and Peter and the disciples were supposed to be basically keeping an eye out, and instead they fell asleep. Such little things like Peter and the disciples falling asleep called for Jesus to even say that the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. And then another key point of this night, in 26:52, as Jesus is getting turned in, he says, this is like the disciples were kind of getting worked up or whatever. In 52, this is what it says. "Then Jesus said to him, 'Put your sword back into its place, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword. Do you think that I cannot appeal to my Father, and he at once will send me more than 12 legions of angels? But how then should the scriptures be fulfilled that must be so?'" In Jesus' shoes, he did not want to die, but he knew it had to happen for the scriptures to be fulfilled. Remind yourself that Jesus didn't want to die, but literally in 54 it says, "But how then the scriptures be fulfilled that it must be so." But yeah, those are just 3 key points that I have for Matthew 26 of the night that Jesus was betrayed by Judas. Y'all have a good day, have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you guys on the next video.